Hello, or should I say zdravo, and welcome to my review of the classic 1980 Yugoslav dark comedy film To Tamo Peva. This translates to Who's Singing Over There. I'm going to go through the plot of the film and give my thoughts and opinions on scenes and reveal why I think it's a masterpiece. This has spoilers if you haven't seen it and plan on doing so. So first of all, I am Serbian and Montenegrin, and I was born in the UK. So I am able to quite understand what is said in the film, even though my Serbian isn't 100%. I first watched this film as a child with my parents, and I have really good memories of it. I remember the iconic singing of the two gypsies, and as well as the tragic ending of the film. Recently, I revisited the movie as an adult, and I watched it with my mother and my brother. I was interested to see if it was how I remember and how I'll perceive it now as an adult. So, To Tamo Peva is set a day before the Axis invasion of Yugoslavia, and it follows a group of people on their journey into Belgrade on a bus. It starts off with the legendary song Za Beograd by the two gypsies who set the scene and continue to do so in key points of the story. They use it as a way to narrate and highlight the impending doom of the characters. After finishing their song, they go and wait at a nearby farm to go and catch the bus, which is driven by the infamous Krstić company, where we meet the rest of the cast. Dragan Nikolic, who is one of my favourite Serbian actors of all time, plays the singer, who's a charming and charismatic young man looking for a work as a singer in the capital. The hunter is an oblivious and quite goofy character. We also have the World War I veteran, who is a proud and stubborn old man. In addition to this, we have a sick man who just can't stop coughing. He's used for comedy quite a lot, but I guess all the characters are. A Germanophile who's played by Bata Stojkovic, who's one of the funniest actors of all time. And the conductor of the bus is a short-tempered man, and he's played by Pavle Vujicic, who's also one of my favourite Serbian actors. And the driver is his not-so-clever son, Mishko. Along the way, they pick up a newlywed young couple. I believe, what's his name? The guy who plays the young actor, I think, I forgot his name. I literally know it, but he plays the main character in Sećaš li se Dolly Bell. They're going to the sea for their honeymoon, the young newlywed couple, and a priest. There is also an old woman at the back of the bus who just doesn't speak at all throughout the whole film. She's dressed in all black. She could be symbolizing death and foreshadowing the demise of the bus and its passengers. On the journey, they encounter many difficulties and lots of funny and dramatic events occur. What I really love about the film is the sense of ironic and sarcastic Serbian humor that's just quite unique. The film is littered with it, and it might be hard for someone who doesn't understand the language or the nuances to find it funny, especially if you're just watching with subtitles. But I'm going to highlight the parts I found funniest. The movie title is said when the conductor angrily asks who is singing over there while the singer is singing to himself. Then follows one of the funniest scenes. The interaction between the conductor and the singer is great when he asks him to shut up. He accuses him of being drunk while it is obvious that he isn't. The singer retaliates by asking, "Should I be crying instead of singing?" And the conductor tells him, "When I'm done with you, you'll cry like never before." It is excellently delivered and a perfect example of Serbian humour, just like the conversation that follows it. The conductor asks the veteran for his ticket, and he asks if he can travel without one. Krstić keeps pestering the man for the ticket. The singer steps in and tells him to stop bothering the old man. You can see he's poor. An argument erupts, and the veteran asks, "Who are you calling poor?" He then goes to show he isn't by demanding 5 tickets instead of 1 and refusing to just buy 1 ticket alone. The conductor is infuriated and gets his son to brake so he can kick the old man out. This causes him to fall over. Then, while opening the door, the hunter comes in and tries to enter. The hunter was previously left behind at the beginning to go to the next stop. Krstić hilariously doesn't let him in because he's not at a bus stop, and someone could report him for letting a passenger who's not in at a bus stop despite them being in the middle of nowhere. The writing and acting is great, and there are just so many more funny scenes, such as the old man asking for money so they can cross his land. It's an old farmer. Him calling his children "Deco, Deco," who are double his height, is just hilarious. He demands 100 dinars for his land to be crossed, so the conductor sneakily asks everyone for 200 dinars overall. Another moment that is truly legendary is when the conductor drinks rakia. He's offered it in a shot glass, but he drinks it from the whole bottle, which is just so funny. In addition to this, the part where the newlyweds run away from the group at the funeral to have sex is just definitely one of the best comedic moments in the whole film. There's so many good one-liners in this particular scene. The group, like, they're all watching them, all of them just perversely watching them, and Bartosz Sterkovich's character is ironically saying, "Oh, aren't they ashamed?" Despite all of them invading their privacy. The singer, who's constantly trying to woo the bride, delivers a great one-liner, "To Tamo Peva," which means the kid has no clue. And he also covers Mishko's mouth so he doesn't give them away, because Mishko's very excited. And one of probably the best one, Mishko says to his dad that he wants to be doing what the couple is doing. And his dad says, "I tata bi sine," which is basically his dad saying he's agreeing and he wants to be doing that as well.
I tata bi sine.
But yeah, they get hilariously revealed because the ill man coughs, and the couple hear his coughs, and they see the whole group just all spying on them. And then, yeah, the singer, frustrated, says "Tsirk bog" to him, which is basically saying he should just die, which really made me laugh. Other scenes that were really funny were Bata falling off the bridge, Mishko driving the bus blindfolded to the terror of the passengers. There just really are so many. The film has a solid structure, although I think it could potentially be a bit longer, but it's minor criticism. It's fine also how it is. I like that we follow the journey of the bus with the unique soundtrack of the boing, 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 boing playing. And that there was always something hindering the ride to Belgrade. There are several events such as the roadblocks, a flat tire, rickety bridge, funeral, the farmer not letting them across the land, and so much more, which all expand the dynamics of the group. Everyone dislikes the ill man because of his coughing. Barta's always making snarky and rude comments about whether it be about the gypsies, the couple, or the conductor. The singer's constantly flirting with the bride and trying to win her over. The conductor's trying to make as much money out of the passengers as possible. As a whole, the group generally argue between each other, but there is a nicer part later on in the film where they stop for some food, for like a barbecue, roshtil. They eat and dance together, and Barta humorously comes back, even though he was thought to be dead. He swims and somehow just arrives. So yeah, he's alive, everyone's dancing, it's going well, but then tragedy, well, yeah, you think everything is going well, but then the tragic kind of theme returns when the army arrive and they get Mishko to use his bus to transport the soldiers for them. And when he returns with the bus, he reveals he's been recruited into the army, just like the veteran's son. And yeah, there's a really touching moment between the father and son. You can really see the acting in Vojtic's eyes. He does really well. It's superb acting. You can see how sad he is when saying goodbye to his son. You can see the pain through his eyes. The group continue the journey, and they abandon the hunter for the third time for his stupidity. I think he let off a gun in the bus by accident, so he shot it through the roof. So yeah, they left him behind. But also what was left behind is the veteran's wallet, which was foreshadowed. It was foreshadowed by the singer at the beginning of the film. He told him to look after that wallet. And the hunter tries to return it, but to no avail as the bus is gone. As the bus is nearing the capital, they are warned by a farmer, I believe, or a citizen, but they still continue. The veteran finally realizes his wallet is missing. Barta's character immediately puts the blame on the two gypsies and unfairly stereotypes them. They're beaten and searched, even though they constantly deny they didn't steal the wallet. Suddenly we hear the sounds of planes. Both the audience and the passengers both know now that the invasion has begun. Bombs start dropping and the bus is destroyed. A sad ending. The veteran and the conductor never get to see their sons again. The young couple don't get to enjoy their honeymoon and get along and live a long life together. The singer never gets to audition and show his talent and live a life of fame. a tragedy. And there's also more irony, which has been one of the themes of the film. The Germanophile was killed by the very people he praised. The sick man is cured of his illness in a way. The gypsies are the only ones to survive, despite them being at the mercy of their fellow passengers. It ends with them singing their song, with the final lyrics being, wishing this was all a dream. A truly brilliant ending, which shows comedies don't always have to have a happy end. A beloved film by many in the Balkans, and for good reason. Despite it being quite a simple film, it is still so entertaining and fun to watch. It's one of the best comedies ever, in my opinion, and is better than many big Hollywood comedies with bigger budgets, showing that a film can still be amazing despite a low budget. The acting is good by the whole main cast, with my standouts being Bat Stojakovic, Dragan Nikolic and Pavle Vujicic. I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. If you have any other Serbian or ex-Yugoslav films that you would like me to watch and review, then please let me know. Thanks for watching. Ili, hvala što ste gledali. Ciao.